Oh, man, guys. I just messed up big time. But I guess I came on here a little too loud and obnoxious anyway because I was kind of upset at what recently happened yesterday. But I just shot a 30-minute video. It was 26 minutes. And the whole time, all you saw was this screen right here. And I was like, no. Because it was a good video. And we're going to talk about it, but I'm not going to be as emotional, I guess, this next one. So it's kind of good. First thing, I'm just going to jump right in and tell you what I was emotional about a little bit. Yesterday, I did a video. I talked about how I thought silver was going to dip down and test out the $25 range tomorrow. Now, fast forward, obviously, I didn't mean $25. I meant $35 so they could break the resistance. Anybody that's been following the channel for a while knows I don't edit these videos. Comments came in, and I said, I don't know what to tell you. Fast forward, we seen the dip. A little bit of a dip, not a huge dip. We ended up seeing it. Let's see if I can kind of get a different chart here so you guys can see what actually happened, which... Doggone it, I'm not even seeing it now on this one. Okay, here we go. So, as you know, yesterday we were at $36. I said expect the water to get tested under $35 so they can close out under $35 at the end of the week. We actually seen the price come all the way down. It came down to $35.40, which is not even showing right here. You guys probably saw it if you were actually following the price yesterday. And it's kind of bumming because when I shot this earlier, I did see it on the chart. But it was right here at the end. Let's refresh it and see if I can still get it there. Hold on. I think it's going to be just past the closeout. Might be. Hold on. Boom, boom, boom. No, it's not showing now. Darn it. No, it's showing that it dipped under that, but it ain't showing the intraday, which is really what I wanted to show. See if I can come to zoom and see. Oh, here we go. That's why. Boom, there it is. Okay, that's why. It wasn't actually showing the full 24 hours. So as you can see right here, we got down to $35.50. I didn't mean to say 25. I meant to say 35. A lot of people commented on it. You know, hey, it is what it is. If you think that I think silver is going to go down to $25 in one day and drop $11, you're crazy. I've been telling you, I think the dip that's coming is going to put us between the $32 and $33 range. Could it go a little lower? Yes, it could. I don't know how they'll bring the price down because there's lots of different ways they can bring the price down. They could bring it down if they take out huge short positions, or they could tank the stock market. If the stock market tanks, you can expect to see Bitcoin tank. You can expect to see the stocks tank. You can expect to see a lot of stuff come down. But what could bring down the stock market? I mean, we're hitting like all-time highs. I mean, we're up there. We are high up. Well, I'll tell you what could happen. Boom. Take a look at the news, what happened yesterday. New strikes, bam, on Iran. Obviously, the strikes on Iran could have an impact on the stock market today. And it's going to be interesting to see how this is going to play out. We're going to walk through some of this stuff, talk about it a little bit, how obviously the strikes are going to have an impact on oil. Take a look at oil right now. Oil, I won't say skyrocketing, but it definitely had a big jump up to $80. Some charts were even showing it higher. But the chart that I'm looking at right now is showing it got up to about $80. And, you know, is it fizzling down? It's down about $6 right now, but it's still up overall. That's a huge jump per barrel of oil. 10% jump on oil in one day? Think about that for a minute, what that means. Just take it out here. We've been seeing oil steadily climb. When oil climbs, silver climbs. It usually happens that way. What else climbs? Gold climbs. Silver climbs. If I tell you guys... And I mentioned gold, silver. I mean, I'm pro both. However, I really think silver is going to be the huge opportunity. Taking a look at gold, I mean, look at gold. Gold's up $100 in one day. It's not showing it all on this chart because you got to look at it right from here. Yesterday when we shot our video, we were at 33.49. We were, when I shot this video a few minutes ago, we were technically at 34.43. So we had climbed up $100. Now it is starting to fizzle down. Obviously, like I said, this short positions have to cover at the end of this quarter. It's like a loan. You take a loan out, you make your payments. You borrow money, you make your payments. You say you're going to do something, you do it. Or bad stuff happens. Are the banks going to be able to cover their short positions? I think they will. I said it time and time again. Someone asked me, why are you so mean to other YouTubers by saying they're all sponsored and this and that? You know, here's the thing. I'm not mean. I watch a lot of these YouTube videos. There's a reason I watch them. I watch them, one, to hear what they have to say, even though I don't always agree with it. But I don't exactly disagree with it. You know, I'm kind of talking about the comments that I received yesterday in the videos. Here's the deal. Are they lying to you when they say silver is going to explode in price? No, I believe it will explode in price. Just not this month. Are they lying to you when they tell you that, you know, eventually the short positions, everybody talks about the short positions, are going to basically go bust? No, they're not wrong. Are they lying to you when they tell you when the short positions go bust, the price of silver will skyrocket instantly? They're not wrong there either. The only thing I think they're wrong about is making it sound like every day the short positions are going to go bust. The short positions realistically probably won't go bust this month. They will just come up with some huge short position, even bigger than the last. We're in the second largest short position on silver right now than we've ever seen in the history. When you think about that, you understand that this is bad. Eventually, they're not going to be able to cover. And look what happened 90 days ago. Price got up to 34.50 and then plunges all the way down to 28 and change. So think about that. You're talking a $6 drop essentially in silver in a couple of days. You think that can't happen now? I'll be honest, it will be a little difficult for them to pull it off because if they don't beat up gold price sitting at 34.30 right now. If they don't beat down the gold price, you will see a gold-silver ratio that is skyrockets. So they'll probably have to beat down the price of gold too. But like I said, I think gold's going to go down to 3,200. I think silver is going to go down to around $32. I think as soon as the short position's covered, we will start seeing it climb. If 2 days before the end of the month, you see it plunge down to $32, and then all of a sudden the next day you see it start spiking, don't think, well, he said the end of the month. I don't know what day they're going to cover. If they want, they could cover their short positions today at 36.24. But they're not going to do that. Why? Because they will lose too much money. But when they go to cover, that's when you'll have your opportunity. Now, like I said, I'm not mean towards other people. I watch a lot of these channels. I just don't like when they are constantly promoting one specific company. You know what? I tell you guys time and time again, pick up the deals from everybody. Not too long ago, I picked an ounce of gold. I think it was either U.S. Money Reserve or U.S. Gold Bureau. I picked up an ounce of gold from them at spot price, and they included a certified, autographed American Silver Eagle for free. So I basically got the gold at spot, and I got the free ounce of silver. Got to be worth at least $50, $40. I'll say $40 to be safe, because anybody gets offered an American Silver Eagle, they're going to pay $40 for it. So, I mean, let's just say spot price minus $40. I took the deal. I not only took the deal, I had a couple friends take the deal for me too. Now, what else? Well, like I said, some companies are offering a 10-ounce bar at spot. Some companies are offering 5 American Silver Eagles at spot. Some companies are offering, they all got something different. Pick up the cookies from everybody. Eat the cookies. Get them. Once you understand that, unless you're diabetic. I'm sorry, I shouldn't say that because I'm diabetic. But needless to say, pick up the deals. I can't stress it enough. Don't commit yourself to just one dealer. Will I change my mind down the road? Who knows? Maybe someday I'll take some sponsorship deal from some big bullion company. But by that point, I'll have pissed everybody off, and I probably won't be eligible. Needless to say, though, when you understand what's going on, it puts you in the driver's seat. My obligation is to you. If you hear me slip up on a video and I accidentally say something in the 20s, like I said, we sat in the 20s with manipulation for way too long. It's habit to still accidentally. I've been making these videos for almost 10 years now. I can't believe that. But obviously, I believe in it, and I'm happy with it. I went from $15 to $36. And here's the thing. If I sold my silver today, I would get more than $36.18 for it. Despite some people saying, oh, I went to the pawn shop and they only offered me $1 or $20 or some stupid number. You know what? Pawn shops are in business to make money. If you own a pawn shop, I'm not saying you're a bad guy. I'm just saying they have high overhead. They're not a bullion dealer. And anybody selling their bullion should probably shop around. Have I seen pawn shops that have great deals? Absolutely. Have I seen pawn shops that were honest in buying as well as selling? Absolutely. But generally, I'm going to shop around when I sell anything. I meant to say, if you enjoyed this video, please take a quick minute, hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. Moving on real quick, we got the silver price trading at $36.19. We got the gold price right now trading at $3,400, obviously not $34, $3,426. As you can see, we did pop all the way up. We're starting to fizzle down. A lot of that, like I said, you're going to see stuff weird happening in the next week. Someone said if the price on silver does go down to $32, they need to do an investigation. They're not going to do an investigation. They know, everybody knows the prices are manipulated on everything, even the oil price. Oil price, remember when it went down to we'll pay you $40 to take it off our hands? You really think in the Middle East they're pumping oil out of the ground, shipping it around the world, putting it in barrels, and then saying we'll pay you $40 to take a barrel? No, they're not. Obviously, what's going on in the Middle East right now is going to want to make oil prices go higher. If it was any other time of the year, it wouldn't be a big deal. It's definitely going to hurt inflation. It's going to be interesting to see how this happens because it can also hurt the economy. Looking right now at what happened in stocks today, we saw the Dow Jones go up by about 100 points. We've seen the NASDAQ go up by 46 points, 0.25%. We saw the S&P go up a little over 0.25%. But could we see the stock market take big hits today? It's a possibility. I'm not focusing my attention on the stocks right now. I'm focusing my attention on the one thing that I want before the month comes to an end, and that's a really good deal on silver. DXY, like I said, continuing to do horrible as we're down to the low 28s. Won't be long before we tack into the 27s, but I do think they'll try to pump it up with the Fed meeting coming next week. Take a look at this real quick. Year to date. Boom, you can see it is coming down. Man, this is like deja vu. I don't know if I said this in this video or last video because I just made this video up already. But look at this chart. I mean, we've been seeing it come down. There's no signs of it turning. Once you realize that, that's it. Bitcoin down a couple of thousand, 1.6%. Down sitting now at 104,000. Let's refresh this, see what we're at now. Okay, so it's creeping up just a hair, down 1.5%. Is this the end for Bitcoin? I don't think it is. It's a pullback, but we'll see what happens. Do I think eventually it's going to go bust? 100%. I think the blockchain is going to be here to stay, though. Taking a look real quick at the U.S. debt clock. U.S. debt clock right now at $36,971 billion. Like I said, we will cross that 37 trillion on the 20th, and here we are 8 days away. And technically, it's 7 days away because it's almost already Friday. You guys are watching this on Friday, so I think eventually we're going to see that pop up. It's going to be interesting. I'm hoping it happens exactly on the 20th. It'd be nice to be right, but numbers right now are showing 6 days approximately, and 6 days would put us at about the 18th or 19th. So I might be off by a day, but I'll take it either way. With what's going on in the Middle East, obviously explosions breaking out, strikes happening. A lot of people wondering, how's the U.S. going to get involved? Are we going to get involved? What's going on right now in Europe? Obviously, they're trying to put a cap on the Russian oil price to prevent investors from getting back into the Nord Stream pipeline. I think, was it Nord Stream? Or now I can't even remember the name of it. Let's see. Hold on. Russian oil cap. So for those of you that don't know, yeah, the G7, they're trying to put the caps on the oil. What they don't want to see is oil start breaking out, and then Russia ends up making a ton of money by selling their oil to other people. But the truth of the matter is, let's just say nobody else is selling oil at $40 a barrel, $45 a barrel. Do you really think Russia is going to? They want to put a price cap of $45 on the barrel of oil from Russia. They'll find a way. They'll find a way to move their oil to other countries. It's common sense. You know, you can't manipulate a country totally. I mean, you can on paper. You can with economics. But forcefully, you can't tell Russia, if you're going to sell oil, you have to sell it for under $45 a barrel. That's not going to fly. It's stupid that people even think that. And I'm sure there's going to be someone that watches this video saying, oh, the G7 can do it. They're the most powerful countries. You know what? Get with the program. If everybody else around the world is selling oil for $75 a barrel, you think Russia's going to sell it for $45? And here's what will happen. They'll find a way to get their oil to another country and maybe sell it to another country at $70 a barrel. And then that country will turn around and sell it, and we'll just strengthen somebody else. That's the way it's going to happen. There was rumors at one point that Russia was doing midnight oil dumps onto Chinese ships at one point, where a Russian ship would be floating along, shut off their trackers, their GPS, their navigation, whatever, and then Chinese ships would pull up next to them, shut theirs off. Boom, they swapped the oil from one ship to another, and then they just go wherever they were going. And that's it. And huge amounts of money. These ships are worth tons with the oil price going up. And it's going to continue to go up because as tensions escalate, you have to understand that puts oil refineries at risk. It puts oil wells at risk. And I'll be honest, a higher oil price for the United States might not be a bad thing. It will be for inflation because if oil goes up, shipping goes up. If shipping goes up, prices go up. They will pass the shipping costs along to us. But how will it be good? You can probably expect another oil boom if this keeps up. We've seen oil skyrocket. I don't want to see the price of oil skyrocket. But it's going to be interesting to see how it plays out. And not to mention the loss of lives that if this thing escalates, that it could have. I don't want to see things escalate. I don't understand why people can't just all get along. But everybody wants someone else's stuff for nothing, unfortunately. Like I said, oil price really tricking up higher. $11 jump. That's crazy. That quick. 17.67% in just 5 days. Can you imagine that? Every dollar you have in your bank account gaining almost 20% in 5 days? That's pretty insane. So it's going to be interesting to see how all this plays out. Like I said, I know this video is just kind of a recap for people that I'm not going to say have a hard time catching every video to really understand what my thoughts are about don't buy silver now. Yeah. Here's the thing. I'm looking for the deals. You guys can either look for the deals or you can go out and buy it right now. If the deals come, that's great. I'm going to get a little more for my money. I told you guys, I think come 4th of July weekend, you'll see low premium deals anyway companies will want to get new customers. I mean, they're always running new customers deals. So if you're a first-time customer, you can pick up something at spot. But then you might also be able to pick up something at spot with the 4th of July weekend coming in just 4 weeks away. It'd be wise to probably pick up the spot price deal as soon as you can, because once you order something on 4th of July weekend and get that at a discount, then you probably won't be able to get a first-time customer spot deal too, because you'll have already bought something from them. But that's, who knows how that will all play out. Like I said, not really a straightforward video, kind of jumping around a little bit today because I think it's going to be interesting. We get the Fed meeting. Everything is relying on what the Fed does next week. Chances are the Fed ain't going to cut rates. They're not going to cut rates because now especially they're worried about inflation. And the truth of the matter is, Fed is a private bank. Why would they want to cut rates? They got everybody locked in paying these higher interest rates. They don't want to go back to 0% if they don't have to. They want to see what's going to happen. And it's going to be interesting. With that being said, I'm going to wrap the video up here. It's a little bit of a short video today, but I hope it kind of gave a good analysis on where we're at, what's going on. We'll see how it plays out. Like I said, I know some of my videos maybe trigger people the wrong way. What I'm making these videos for is to give you my opinion. You're not always going to agree with me. I'm going to make a slip up here and there and say the wrong thing in one moment. If you're following the videos on a regular basis and you're subscribed to the channel, then you're going to be able to spot. You're going to be able to pay attention and realize. If you're new to the channel, yesterday and you heard me say 25, you're probably thinking I'm a total whack job, and that's okay. I mean, it is what it is. It's Friday, it's the end of the week, and I won't be doing any videos this weekend, but I do plan on ramping up my short videos again. I know some people aren't big fans of the short videos because there's not a lot of information, but I need to somehow find the right trigger for the algorithm to kind of be able to put you guys out good videos Monday through Friday, and for the people that watch and are looking for good information. And then unfortunately I have to put up short videos with either very little information or some stupid cat with a sombrero or something to get views. Otherwise, I'll get in trouble for not reaching certain. You have to have certain amount of views every month, according to YouTube, to stay a monetized channel. So obviously, I may have to go back to putting up some videos because obviously we all know stuff like this does really well. So I just picked up. Oh, wrong one. Hold on. That was that one. Hold on. Let me see this real quick. People love this kind of stuff. It's silly. It's funny. It gets a lot of views, and because of that, unfortunately, I've got to do a lot of different stuff. But I'll be honest, it was kind of funny. It's rare that I go out to a nice place and eat on the water, and then I saw this, and I was like, even the seagulls enjoying the meal. So who knows? We'll see what happens. Let's see if I can even get back to where I was. Boom. So. Yeah, so with that being said, expect to see some more short videos coming pretty soon, just because I got to get my views up. So I will see you guys all later. I'm going to wrap the video up here and start fresh on Monday. I'll be a little more excited come Monday because if the Fed doesn't cut interest rates, you can expect to see stuff drop unless something major happens Friday today and stocks start falling because of what's going on in the Middle East. Like I said, it doesn't matter how it happens. It only matters that it's going to happen. And people can make their decision to buy whenever they feel like it. And if you disagree, I don't know what to tell you. But thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Hit the thumbs up. If you hit the thumbs down, hit it twice. Make sure it sticks. And I will see you all later. Hope you all have a great day. Take care, bub. And have a great one. Bye-bye.